Yo, what an intense trading day. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Chris here, coming back to you with another video. We had one killer of a day. Holy crap. Who made money today? Comment down below, who made money today? I thought price action was pretty fair, pretty easy to read. Let's get right into it. So we're looking at the 4-hour chart, and we had a pretty nice pump in the morning. Well, I should say maybe at night, midnight to like 3, 4 in the morning. We began to sell off. We hit previous day lows and we ramped up. Now, I think we could possibly hit previous day highs next, but we'll get into that later. Let's go over the trades that we took today. Alright guys, so here is trade number 1. I saw we built a 15-minute fair value gap. We broke down. We came right back up, retested the 15-minute fair value gap. I dropped down to the 1 minute, and I saw us start placing lower. When I noticed that we displaced lower and we broke out of the fair value gap to the downside is when I decided to go short. I went short at 586.50 on this candle, which was right here, right at the break of the fair value gap. I went short right there because I noticed that market was heading down. We had a market structure shift off a bearish 15-minute fair value gap. I was targeting these lows. Man, I could have won this trade, but I didn't. So what happened was it came down right when it came down to this candle, right around this area, but right here. My problem was I moved my stop. I moved my stop from up here down to the tip of the fair value gap. Now, when I moved my stop to the top of the fair value gap, I got wicked out. That's exactly what happened. Market decided to go up, and it wicked me out, all just to go down lower, hit my TP. Sadly, I was not in it, but it wasn't that big of a loss. It was a 2-point loss because I moved my stop loss, only $40. Not too bad. I didn't really let that phase me, and I didn't let that phase me because I was still technically right on my thesis. I just shouldn't have moved my stop, and I gotta journal that for the next time. Make sure to journal, guys, because that is the easiest way to look back and see where you're going wrong. And even looking at your winning trades, study the winners, study the losers just as much as each other, 50-50. Don't prefer one over the others, because you really need to study the losers and see why you're losing, and you really need to study the winners on why you're winning. Here is trade number 2. That same 15-minute fair value gap. After we swept those lows, we started displacing higher. We had a market structure shift here. We went up. We came right back in, retested the 15-minute fair value gap, and on this candle, on the breakout to the upside, is when I decided to go long. I longed it. It was a 1.86 risk reward. I put my buy up here at the top of this 15-minute buy side, which lines up with this one, and it got hit in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. My trading strategy is really quick. I use ICT concepts, but I implement it along with a more scalpy trading style. I'm not really a fan of holding positions for all day in hopes that you get the 150 banger. I'd rather take a couple of trades in and out, make my 30, 40, 50 points for the day, and just call it done. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think on what your trading strategy is. Trade number 2 was a 17-point win, $340. It put us up $300 on the day, given that the first one was a $40 loss. Here is trade number 3. Trade number 3 was using that same 15-minute fair value gap. Came down, retested a 1-hour fair value gap that I have right here. It wicked right into it, and then it started showing signs of reversal. Came up, and I was still waiting to see what it was gonna do with this 15-minute fair value gap. I didn't want to go long just yet. I still saw price was being kind of bearish. If you watch the price action, you notice that every single candle was like just getting bought down. The larger time frames were pointing down. So came up, tested the 15-minute fair value gap, and we started displacing lower. Again, another easy dub here. Went in at 575.50. This was a smaller play. This was only a 1.4 risk reward. I put my buy, my target price right here at these lows. It's at the 1 hour fair value gap. There was a 30-minute sell side, and one candle is all it took. A couple seconds. Got in, got out. Trade number 3 was 14 points, $280. Can't complain. This is when people started noticing that we were really gonna start selling off, that we were gonna go down, hit previous day lows. We started breaking through all these fair value gaps. We broke through this first 1 hour fair value gap, came down, swept London lows, and then we came up, retested the fair value gap, and this is where like it kind of ping-ponged. Tested another 1 hour fair value gap, and then it bounced right back up and retested it. On that retest, because we did not break to the upside, I knew that we were going to displace lower again. I thought we were going to go down. I thought we were even going to break all the way down to previous day lows on just like within 5 minutes. So after the teeter-totter, I decided to give a nice scalp. Jumped in at 534, which was right here, and I shorted it all the way to London lows. That was an easy 10-point gain, $200. This is where I had a little mistake, and I know what my mistake was. I rushed an entry. I rushed an entry because after that position, I was up like $700, and my plan was to try to get as close as I can to $1,000 or so. I needed like $900-ish to still be on track with the 400 a day. So what I did was I shorted right here after I saw the bearish momentum break through those fair value gaps, and my goal was to short and target previous New York PM session low. Well, as soon as I entered, I went green maybe like $80, and then it started to retrace. We started to retrace. Because we were in no man's land, I said, I'm going to cut this trade off. I'm going to take my loss, and I'll look for another entry. That was an 8.75 loss, or $175, putting me at, I want to say it was like $600-ish, because we were like 7 and change. I saw as we started coming back up, and then again, bulls were not able to step in. We started displacing lower again. So on this candle, on 64.25, once I saw that we started placing lower than the previous candle, I shorted it. Original plan was to hold till New York PM low, but as I was in it and we started going down, I saw my gains were just going through the roof, and I didn't really want to. Okay, so I had a couple things in mind. I didn't really want to hold it and make an excess amount of money because I have a couple things in mind. One, I didn't want to reverse on me, and two, another thought that I had was, if I'm making 400 a day, by the time the 10th trading day comes, that's $4,000. 30% of that, I can't have a trade be anything over $1,200 because of the whole 30% apex consistency rule crap that they have going on. So I didn't want to make too much on the account where I was going to possibly risk them telling me you can't withdraw because of this reason. So I cut the position at 17 points, made $340. I was right on my thesis because we still came down, struck that New York PM session low, came down, hit previous day lows, and that's exactly where I ended my trading days. I didn't take any more trades after that. I made my money. I ran away. You know what they say at the casino is, once you win, stop playing. That's exactly what I did here. Take a look at my account balance. We're at 53 to 5660. Not too bad. I hope you guys are following along. Keep in mind, we just started this last Tuesday. So from last Tuesday till today, what is that? 7, 8, 9, 9 days. In 9 days, we've made $3,000. That's pretty bad. That's pretty good. Let's take a look at, first, here are my trades. You guys could pause the video if you guys want to watch. My fills, time of the day, buy, sell. It was only 6 trades. Look at that trailing drawdown. There is no more trailing drawdown. That's it. Like, we're going to be done with it. Now let's take a look at the reports. Let's see how I did today. 6 trades, 945, 926.40 after commissions. 4 winners, 2 losers. We had a 66% win rate today. Biggest gainer was 340. Biggest loser was 175. Not bad. Great day. Here are the rest of my stats. We're doing pretty good here, guys. And I'm glad to see that Apex extended their 80% promotional sale for the end of May, because that means on this next payout, we're going to be able to funnel that money back into more Apex accounts. Obviously, we're going to pay ourselves, but we're still going to buy a couple accounts. Let me know in the comments how many accounts do you think I should get. I was planning on getting 2, maybe 3. That way we could be trading 3 or 4 accounts. And I think as soon as that happens, we're going to start seeing the game come in a lot deeper, because we're going to have the next withdrawal ready. By the time the next one's going to be ready, if we're copy trading 400 a day, it's not going to take us too much longer. 3,000 divided by 400 a day, that means we only need 7.5 days. After the 7.5 days, we should be funded on the next accounts, which is great. Then that should put us in line with around mid-June of having 3 or 4 fully funded accounts. The money's going to be coming in, it's going to be multiplying. After that, we're going to get more payouts, funnel them more into accounts, and the goal is to end up getting 20 Apex accounts, doing every 10 days, every 15 days, withdrawing the 2K times 20. You can see how we could easily achieve the 100K. It's going to come quick. But yeah, that's going to have it for my trades today. Let's circle back to what I think might happen. If we take a look at the daily, so we came up, we swept these lows. I know we had Apple news after market close. I still see downside, guys. I don't really think we're going to go up too much higher. What could possibly happen is we come up, we take previous day, maybe even previous week, but I think we're going to still come down lower and then finish off the market maker sell model. But yeah, let's just see how it goes. Tomorrow's Friday, so just be very cautious. Don't try to get back too many gains when you're up on the week. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the flip side.